All right, good morning, trade pros. Welcome to our morning market update for Monday, April 23rd of 2018. This is George Babslov, Trade Pro Academy. Today we got a lot of stuff to talk about, but not too many at the same time. We got more depth rather than a variety of topics. This morning we're going to talk about the 10-year yield and how it's impacting the S&P 500 and crude oil prices and how it could continue to impact the overall economy. And we're going to focus on that one topic. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you had some time to relax with your friends and loved ones. And I hope you're ready to get back to work. It's Monday. It's time to start trading again and start making money. All right. If you guys have any questions, pop in the comment box below. Let's carry forward with our morning market update. In Asia, Japan is currently down 0.3%, Hong Kong down 0.5%, China down 0.1%, India up 0.1%. So equities start the week bearish in the Asian session. In Europe, at midday, London's down 0.1, Paris is also down 0.1, and Frankfurt is down 0.2%. So this bearishness slides over to the European session, although it's only mild. It's a mild sell-off. It's not a really big deal yet. This week, I do believe we're going to explore some more price action to the downside. I do believe we're going to get a little bit more bearish. Selling rallies would make sense early on, and if we fail to do that, then you could start buying dips. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being wrong, just not being wrong for too long. Traders tend to lose money when they're wrong for long and they continue to look to be right. Those traders that do good will be wrong, but they'll flip their opinion just as quickly and make some money to the opposite side and ride with the momentum. So that's the opportunity. I do think this week we start to the bearish side. And if that doesn't happen, we just buy them. We'll buy some SPOOs. There's no problem with that. On the U.S. market here, Dow Jones is down 0.1, S&P is down 0.1, and so is NASDAQ, 0.1 percentage or 1/10 of a percentage point. So equities here early on in the morning are also bearish in the United States. Crude oil is getting killed today. It's down almost 1%, down a whole dollar in today's price action, and it continues to be weak. And the reason for that is, well, first of all, on Sunday, we said it's time to sell rallies on crude oil. And that was in our Sunday market analysis live webinar. We do a live webinar with all of our subscribers every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's a really fun, collaborative environment. And I guess the market heard what we were doing, and therefore it sold off. That's the only reason the oil is down, is because we said so on Sunday. No, that's not the reason. That will never be the case. The moment that the market starts doing what I say, I'm going to look for another job because that's scary to me. All right, so we think a pullback is coming to key support. Understand that even though oil is weak, that doesn't mean that it's weak in the long term. This is a short-term momentum that's weak. Long term, it's still pullback to the larger rally that we've seen in the last couple of weeks. And we have a net record position on the speculative side on managed money futures based on the CFTC weekly reports. And this is a record amount of crude oil futures that are being held. So far too many people are too long near a top. We were hitting some levels we haven't seen since 2014. That means we're just going to shake out some weak and late longs. That's all it means. People who came into the market long or late, rather, and bought it near the top are going to have to get shaken out of their positions. It's just the law of the market. Weak traders or late traders and weak traders get stopped out first. They get shaken out, and then we run the market back up. In an upside type of movement. So that's what's happening here in crude oil. I think the pullbacks can come down to support. You want to know what those support levels are? Well, you could sign up. We sent you guys a newsletter with daily updates with support levels, trade ideas, and a whole bunch of other stuff. All right. So crude oil, that being said, I think crude oil is going to continue to be weak for pretty much the balance of this week. Maybe Monday to Wednesday, we're going to get a pullback mode. So today I'm looking at an opportunity to sell rallies early on. Actually, I got a trade open behind me, and it's rocketing higher. That's good. So I'm actually long oil at the moment. So when I tell you I'm looking for oil prices to go down, it doesn't mean I'm not going to buy them. If it's an oversold level and it hits a key support, I'm going to buy them. I'm going to take a shot. This thing dropped $1 before the pit session opened, and it'd almost be foolish for me not to get long. So I bought them at, you guys can see 67.28 over here. I don't know if you see on the ladder. Let me see if I get out of the way. 67.28, that's where it's green. Now we're 46 bid. So I got about 20 cents of profit on there. I might have to turn around and close some in a bit. Point I'm saying is crude is rebounding a little bit. Look for opportunities to sell rallies. You got to know which levels are good to sell and which ones are good to buy. And that's why direction doesn't matter. It's how you trade that matters. Nobody in the world ever made money from being right. All right. They had to execute something based on that bias. A bias alone won't make you money. I think that these treasury yields hitting almost 3% have a big thing to do with it. Treasuries, we're up 4 basis points at 2.99. If we hit 3%, this is going to be the strongest level in the 10-year yield or the 10-year interest rate since 2014. That's a really, really big and significant number. Many traders and institutional portfolio managers say that anything above 3%, you very quickly wipe out some stops above and shoot higher and increase borrowing costs. That would be detrimental. Equities would drop, crude oil would drop, gold would also drop, and the US dollar would pop like you haven't seen. Speaking of the US dollar, the US dollar is looking to crack that 90.65 level, and I think we're up for 91 this week. If we get above 91 on the dollar index, look out above. There's some really big buy stops that'll quickly come out. So this week, I'm looking for some long opportunities in the US dollar, short gold, short oil, short equity, and see how that pans out. If it doesn't work, we go to the other side. Remember, there's a difference between a bias and a trade. I have a short oil bias, but behind me, you'll see them up 40 cents, 20 cents on oil. All right. Give me a second, guys. I want to close a few here. I'd be foolish to keep this whole position open. I'm just going to throw 3 on the offer to get out. And that would leave me with 3 bangers higher on crude. There we go. All right. I'm out. That leaves me 2. I'll post my 2 up at these 59s for the people in the room. And so my last 2 are offered at 59. And that's a great trade. Let me get back to the morning market update. All right, so there you have it. So oil prices, I think sell rally is the way to go. By the way, if you guys join the trading room, you can see all the trades and what we do and the discussion around it. It's a really good collaborative environment. So this yield rate hitting above 3% or 2.99, if it smashes 3%, look out. You're going to get a lot of volatility coming out. This is not good news. This is pushing borrowing costs higher. It's not going to pan out very well. It's not good for anything but the US dollar in all reality. This morning, we got PMI flash at 9:45 and existing home sales at the top of the hour at 10 a.m. Other than that, not much else. North Korea has suspended long-range missile tests and plans to close its nuclear test site. And that's ahead of talks between the 2 Koreas this week. South and North Korea will meet up and talk at some point this week to discuss denuclearization, which is a win. And they're looking to meet with the United States in May or June. Iran tweeted, or didn't tweet, Iran said to their media outlets, don't trust the U.S. in negotiating. So they're talking about their deal. I'm not getting into that, though. Kim Jong-un said he would make the move. He would mark the move as the weaponization of nuclear weapons has been verified. Basically, Kim Jong-un takes this as a win. He wanted to be recognized on the global stage, and he wanted to prove his force and might. The fact that they're talking about denuclearization means that there was nuclearization to begin with. That's a win for Kim Jong-un. He just wanted to put his name up the ranks with some of those other nations, and that's a win for him. He's going to take that as a W. Undoubtedly, Donald Trump's going to take it as a W as well. I don't think Donald Trump's capable of doing anything but taking W's. You know, if he gets in a car accident, I bet Donald Trump that was a magnificent car accident, one of the best. I mean, let's not make fun of him. He's the president of the United States. We're just having fun with him, not making fun of him. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys, actually. So a little bit of tension off with North Korea, but this yield marking the 3% level, that's huge. Every single trader and their traders' friends are watching yield rates right now. You should as well. The 10-year yield. One ETF you could track it with is TLT, and that's not the 10-year, but it's pretty much a composite of numerous expiries. So watch TLT on the ETF if you want to track with this. Watch the yields. They're going to be very important. Watch NASDAQ and tech stocks and commodities and the dollar. Currency markets are kind of king at the moment. As the dollar goes, so do other markets. Inversely, mainly because Forex trades on a cross-pair basis. So dollar, commodities, tech stocks. That's going to be what you watch for this week. Good luck. We don't have too many news reports this week out of the United States, most out of Europe and Japan. We got a few monetary reports midweek. We'll keep you posted on that. Take care, manage your risk, and trade like a trade pro. See you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Hope you have a blast day. Remember, set those stops and make some bang. Take care. Make some cash. All right, trade pros. let's get in here, and first and foremost, let's look at this trade. Sitting at these 46 is quite a little bit on oil. And I'll probably take out the last two around these 59s. I'm okay with it. I sniped the long down at 26. That was pretty much the overnight low going into the pit session. And after the pit session, little head fake lower, we rally out of the gate.